Hi.
So he bangs on the table right away.
I'm Ben. I'm Ben.
I'm Matt.
Brian. You didn't even register on there.
You're like the
Brian, I swear I'm here.
And I'm Donnie.
You're also not very loud. But anyways.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like I was
Lean
talking
it. We'll have to lean in towards the mic a little bit
Everyone
more.
just
Everyone get comfortable and cuddly.
I thought the instructions.
Oh.
Welcome to
I thought the instructions were to stay away from
the cozy corner.
the cozy corner.
Stay away. Stay away from the mic.
Don't be jealous. Our side's more cozy than yours.
I am
cuddly.
I'm jealous. Wow, let's all open pops at different
Open
times.
some.
Well, you should wait until we open them.
Oh, that was a good one.
Actually, I love that sound.
It's
It's one of my favorite sounds.
choking on brisk.
That is one of my favorite sounds.
Choking on brisk.
I love when you choke on brisk.
It's my
Gargoyle.
favorite sound. No, that is not my favorite sound. I hate the sound of vomit. Not very good. Okay, is there anything to
It's
talk
actually
about?
Oh.
We have lots of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Donnie has a whole list.
I do have a whole list, but I feel like it's not relevant anymore.
You need to get closer to the mic, relevant guy.
One of the topics, which I'd assume when we were gonna have the other Matt here,
He's not here.
it
though.
was it was just talking.
Yeah, by the
about
way, I'm the cool man.
the cool Matt.
The one that
Cool.
doesn't wear glasses.
The
And wears a
But
hat.
does wear.
Boom! Beat you to it.
there's a hat
Oh,
Alright, I was just give him a compliment, but whatever.
sorry.
about which Avengers and superheroes we want to see in the next Avengers film.
No, that's stupid. Hooker
What?
prank calls?
You need to
Hooker
talk
prank calls.
Prank calls.
louder still.
there's a YouTube.
You're going
page.
away from the mic.
I'm sorry, I thought the mic was over here.
You're like leaning for a fart
I
or
think we need to
something.
move it closer to you because you're like
Yeah.
the one that can't talk properly.
He's a dirt.
It's the stage fright.
There's a YouTube page of a guy that goes on, I guess, Craigslist and like this. What are they called?
Back pages, you mean?
Not hooker.
Escorts.
Escort
There you go.
service, and he'll go and he'll like call them up.
Like that? That's
Yeah,
right.
he calls them up, and he just like asks them just the funniest question. He's like, so how much does it cost? He's like, I've never done this before. Blah 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 blah. And just like gets them going into like, it's really
that
funny.
Well, that was a
Wonderful.
terrible experience. That sounds like the least funny video I've ever
And
heard.
we don't even know
What
what
it
it's all
is.
about. Hang on.
It's just
Carry on. I'll see if I can bring it up on YouTube here.
it's just him. Like, and the one I was watching, he was
Okay.
talking about like.
I have something more interesting to talk about.
Go right ahead. Just
Why?
tell me.
Oh,
That's
it's-
fine.
We'll come back to
Well,
this.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
you
how did I
about-
get to this
Yeah,
page?
no. Yeah, okay. How
Yeah, how the heck did you get
How
that?
did you get
That's
there?
a dangerous question.
I don't remember where it started.
Was it one of those things where you go and
You're
like
like,
how-
the top rated comment is like, now I'm in the bad part of YouTube
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
And you basically were on YouTube and you're like, man, how the hell did I end up here?
It was like the day we were at Carl's and we ended up double vagina curling all the poop in the store videos.
Oh yeah, and then we watched it, and then it's like the top rated comment was like, "I got here by watching the double vagina."
That's like how we got there. No, I got to the hooker prank calls through the Xbox Live mom prank
Trying
calls.
to find hookers to call.
Yeah, the escort service. Like, check out our
prank.
videos. There's a guy who
Do you remember what the YouTube channel name
nope.
was?
Hooker prank calls?
Are us.
Mr. Technical something? Does that sound familiar?
But yeah, it's funny that YouTube's like a city, and there's a bad part of
There's
YouTube.
always
Yeah, it's like the
it's just a bad
Bronx.
part of the internet.
Yeah,
yeah.
the dirty side of the internet. But what you said you didn't like the new YouTube? What's new about it?
Is your YouTube not new?
My computer's broken. I just got this YouTube and it sucks.
Does it not look different?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
Go to it.
I don't remember what.
It was like I logged on the one
I'm
day.
doing this on my phone. Because
And it was
It
like-
might, but it might close. It might just.
Maybe it's
last
just-
time it stopped the podcast because my computer sucked. So
Maybe it's just different from.
it looks the same to me.
it looks the
doesn't
same as it's been for a while.
Although
Maybe-
I'm logged in right now, so
No, I was logged. Maybe it's just different for Google Chrome because I was going
Maybe.
through it and they had like on the side was like the list of all your subscriptions, like all of them,
yeah.
and then but it wouldn't filter out just subscription uploads. It had like what they favorited, what they commented on, and stuff like that. So I just like this massive spam wall of other people's videos that I didn't want to see, and there was no way to filter out just my subscriptions.
Like when they updated Facebook that one time, and I was trying to explain to you over the Facebook chat how Facebook was all messed up, and you're like, "No, it's not." And I took like screenshots and sent it to you.
I was like, what are you showing me? I still didn't get it.
Terrible. The stupid sidebar thing.
It was terrible, but I complained about it for 2 days, and now I'm perfectly fine with YouTube
It's
again.
like-
It makes sense again.
It's like
I
when
get
you
it.
get pissed at Facebook
Yeah,
and you're like,
change
I'll
it.
get used to
It's
it
every
eventually.
update with anything.
It's like I don't even.
Xbox. I don't like the new dashboard. Oh, I still
I
hate
do
the new
hate- I hate the
dashboard.
new
We're
dashboard.
sorry.
It's actually
It still sucks.
I'm okay, because I haven't used
PSN
Xbox.
hasn't changed in like
I know,
forever.
ever. Because it's a winning formula. It's
The Xbox
simplistic.
One, I like it better now than like with the squares than it was the one before the squares because now
Because
you
it
can
looks
have,
like Windows 8 now. That's what it
well
looks
now
like.
you can
No, it's
actually
too hard to join parties and
Yeah, it's stupid. It
That's
should be
stupid.
one button.
exit parties too.
Like I don't even use. I use like when you press the Xbox button, I use that menu more than the actual like
You didn't like-
dashboard.
You didn't like
Like-
the one where it was squares on like the row squares? And, like, you
No,
scrolled
the
up
one
and it
that's
was,
set
like,
up
a
to
row?
right now where you have like your big square, then you have the two
Yeah.
little squares.
That's
Yeah.
all right because there's a quick
There's
play.
that
I like
one.
that.
But the
The
one
old one had
before
a quick
that,
play
to get
too.
to, they didn't have the top scrolly thing that
Yeah.
showed you where
Yeah.
you were, so there wasn't a video section. You just had to go through and try to find it.
Oh.
And a lot of times you would end
Yeah,
up
okay.
looking for like a game, but you would end up in the DLC part of it,
Yeah.
and you're like, where is it?
Yeah.
And now they
I don't
implement that.
understand
I don't
why it
remember
has
that
like
one.
your friends and then it shows little avatars. Like I don't care about that. Why would I want to watch my friends sleeping or
Sleeping.
whatever?
Yeah, and they don't load right away either.
No.
So it's like you have 3 friends online, and I
Yeah.
scroll over and I see
like,
me,
who
and I'm
is
like,
it?
okay, well, who is it?
Or it doesn't say their name, and you're like, I don't know who that guy is. Like he says it has an Optimus Prime head. Who's that? I don't know. Like
Don't you know your friends' avatars?
No.
Do you know who has the Optimus
Yeah,
Prime
I
head?
know Brian has the one Halo helmet. I know you have
Do you?
sunglasses.
I didn't even know that.
I don't know. I don't remember. What
You have the Halo Reach.
You don't even know what your own
I
looks
don't know
like.
what mine is either.
He
I
has
don't
the-
care.
He has the Halo Reach shirt, the beta testing one that we got.
The
Ooh,
sweater.
he is a beta tester.
I do remember
You have it too.
Mm.
I'm excited for smart glass. That's what I'm excited for.
Isn't that with your like,
You're excited for the most non-gaming crap from
At
E3.
E3, yeah.
What is it? I didn't
It's
even-
like, it's basically like cloud.
It's like a
kinda
tablet Xbox
phone,
service on
tablet
You
phone,
use your
Xbox
phone, right?
service
Yeah.
all together. But it's supposed to be compatible with iOS
Games,
and
too.
Android.
Yeah, and games. So basically, like Madden, it'll be kind of like the Wii U. So the Madden, like you can
So
like
the Wii
run
U
plays
better.
on it.
I'm confused. So
So like
it
I
has
can.
nothing to do with glass.
No.
That's what they call it.
It's like the Google glasses. Those are
Oh.
cool.
I
That
I
like
thought it was
demo
gonna be
they
like,
showed of that where they did
They're
like
jumping out of
Battlefield
the
like
plane.
glass,
was so
where you
sick.
could like play Xbox on like a piece of glass.
Yeah,
You could play
Well,
like I could
your
walk
TV
out
is
the
a
window.
basic glass.
Well, no.
like against smart
It's
glass.
you just get so angry.
So
you
if
smash
it was
the
nighttime,
glass.
but I wanted it to be daytime, I could just go over and be like,
No,
daytime,
they
and,
made
like,
They
something
actually
like
have
that.
smart
the
glass.
Samsung
Samsung
Windows.
makes it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Samsung
TV
Windows. Smart
that actually
Windows.
change it, and it has like,
Interesting.
and it shows you like the temperature and everything outside
Yeah.
of it. It's
Yeah,
an
and you
actual
put, like-
built-in
And you can
window,
change
but
it
it's
to
like
nighttime
a touch LED screen.
If you have like
that's
night
what I
shift.
thought.
And you can
that's
touch
what I
it
thought
and, like,
smart glass. or
close the
whatever.
blinds.
So the problem is the problem is that they still don't have a way to make it so you can turn its like opacity and change how see-through it is. It's just
Oh, really?
always
Always
see-through.
see-through.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool because you can see everything on there very clear, and they even have
Yeah.
like virtual blinds that you can change
Yeah.
to like suit the decor of your house. But they serve no purpose because you can see.
So
So
see-through.
if I'm browsing something I'm not supposed to,
In
it's
my
like
kitchen, through
your
my kitchen
neighbor-
window.
your neighbor's kid's like,
In
I'm
my
trying to get some
kitchen.
chocolate milk, you know, like, Daddy, I want some chocolate milk, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, just on 4chan or something, right? I'm just browsing it, like, zoom in, and your neighbor's just like, I'm gonna go over and beat that guy's ass, scarred my kid for life.
My kid will never be the same.
4chan's a good example. I'm just trying to keep it low key.
The kid just throws up his chocolate milk. All
Yeah,
over.
it's like,
They slip and break
Those
their necks.
would be terrible.
And they're
for, like,
parallelograms for the rest of their lives.
what happens
In
if
Canada.
they break? Yeah, like with frost and stuff.
yeah,
It would
like
just
how
be
would that
toast.
work with like the heat inside
Yeah,
and the
that
cold
wouldn't work.
outside? Like I feel
Well, they'd
like
have to be insulated. They
Yeah.
obviously have a wafer.
It would have to be a double
no, they
pane,
don't.
like,
They've never
well,
had like an actual. They've had like
They
vignette
never do.
demos.
Yeah, they've
Oh,
just actually had
inside?
how
Oh.
it's the translucent screen, but what they're gonna do,
I
they'll
didn't
probably
notice
have,
those.
even to make it Energy Star, because it's gonna be a window, they're gonna have to do it like double or triple planed. Like it'll still be an actual
I
window.
wonder how, like,
Yeah, well, they'd have to have like a screen in it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
With,
basically,
like,
you might
a
have
piece
like
of glass screen.
screen.
yeah. So if it's double
Yeah.
pane with this little screen in the middle,
Yeah,
sort of
maybe.
thing, right? But then I want to see
Yeah,
if
it
they
hurt
can ever get it
All
to
the time.
What?
Double pain.
Double pain. That's a terrible
It's
joke.
so much
Yeah, that
pain.
was a terrible joke.
But yeah, like I want to see if they can make it so.
Failure.
Edit that part out.
The joke didn't land at all.
I want to see.
I'm not very funny.
I like to see though how they can make it like change its opacity, so if you can actually make it so
That would
you
be-
can only see
How?
through it.
Yeah. That
So then when you close the blinds, it actually shuts it out so you can't see through
I
it.
feel
That
like
that
it would be
really
cooler
cool.
if instead of house windows, they would implement it into cars.
That would be so dangerous.
I was just about to say that.
Not like the...
What shall I watch today on my TV on my trip?
Yeah, but you
to
can
the
still
world?
see
Reading
through.
from my car windshield.
Not that, but
It's
you wanted
like-
to like change how.
Well,
like,
did you see-
tinted your car windows are?
You know what would
Yeah.
be legit? I think they have cars like this, but have your gauges on the window.
They do have it. Did you see Mission Impossible 3?
No.
The BMW concept car, the
Has gauges
GPS
on
was
the-
up on the screen, so it would overlay
That would
over
be
the
cool.
screen.
Was it?
But it was sweet
That
because
would
when
be
he
cool.
did it in the movie, and yeah,
Oh, those
3 or
three.
4, whatever it
Oh,
is,
okay.
whatever. So what he did is while he was driving, he was like getting into driving, but he's trying to figure out where he needed to go. So he basically just went like this, like and just like whisked his hand across, like Vanna White magic style.
Like a Connect.
Like these are not the droids you're looking for. Is what he did, and just
Force push.
whisked it over. Like he just literally
This
went
is
like
not
that.
the location I'm looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Basically,
next
this crap's in my way. Get out of here. And then pass it over, and the girl's looking for another route. Like that's probably what they'll do. But it's
That'd
all
be so
just
cool.
like projected onto the screen.
Except
right?
it's a movie.
Eh,
It's gonna...
Avatar
Yeah, but
had
eventually
screens.
they have to do stuff like that eventually.
No, that'd
Yeah.
be sweet.
Make
But
it,
it'll
they
happen.
have to make stuff.
if they
better.
can project stupid clocks in your ceiling at
Yeah.
night, so you can see what
It's
time
the
it
same
is,
technology.
just project it on the windshield.
Yeah.
and
That's
have your
a little
speedometer.
different.
I know
Well, the
it's
big
on
thing-
the freaking like matte
It-
surface. It's not going
it's
through
like
it. But
Batman's-
still. Yeah, Batman symbol.
The big thing though is like CSCS this year,
I go
or
with
not
that every time.
CSCS, sorry, the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas.
CES.
CS, thank you. CSCS is a motorsporting event.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Different subject.
the Consumer Electronics Expo, they did they had a lot of stuff there for cars, and they had like heads-up displays for cars that were all like smart dashes. So that's going to come. That's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they make the windows for houses, why would they not do the same thing for?
Oh yeah, it's just a little more complicated because it has to.
And then
be
when you get an
curved
accident,
piece
you're
of
gonna pay
glass,
even more
right?
money.
So
True, but
I think
if they can come up with the technology, I'm sure they can figure out a way for it to be.
no, yeah,
We have the technology,
we can build it,
They can.
and they will.
and they won't.
I was going to cut back to the smart glass conversation, but I think we've gone away from that. I was
Yeah,
going to try to
I
explain it to Brian again.
No,
Yeah,
I got
it's-
it. It's a cloud thing.
The clouds.
No, it's like a Wii U tablet
It's
thing
like
to
a- I'm
integrate.
watching
Oh, it's an
movie
actual.
on my
Oh, it's an
phone.
actual
You
thing.
use your phone or
Move
your
it to
tablet.
my tablet, or I can move it straight to my Xbox. It basically makes
Yeah, so it's cloud. Is that
Any-
not what it just said?
any TV...
In a sense, but they're
smart
gonna
TV.
they're gonna kind of like integrate it with the Xbox for a gaming experience. So if
Oh.
I'm playing Madden and I want to like check my plays will show up on my tablet. I can organize my plays and then play the game.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid because you're playing a football game and you're playing like
Why-
online
why
in
do
a
you-
tournament or something.
Or-
You're like, dude, let me check my iPad. Okay, my plays are good. Let's play. Like you don't have the time to do that.
Or
when it just shows up on
gonna
screen,
be
it
super
takes like
annoying.
3
Yeah.
seconds to do it. Right?
real-time Bungie.net updates while playing like Halo or something like that.
Like
Oh,
score updates or
that's
anything.
stupid.
Hi, you know how
Oh, you're like so intrigued. You're like, that's dumb.
you know how
That's the stupidest.
Instagram was actually down. The storm
Oh.
cut like power off.
There we go.
That
Let's
makes
let's
sense.
talk about that for a minute.
There's a storm.
Well,
In your
No.
phone?
no. Like Instagram was down earlier today, and I was like, "What the heck's going on?"
Yeah, 'cause
apparently
a bunch of us Instagram
Um,
users.
the photo sharing service was like down after
Yeah.
violent storms in Virginia knocked out the cloud computing services that run it.
Why are you talking like
That's
that?
not a Virginia accent.
I don't know what a
Like
Virginia accent
Scottish. I think it's a regular accent.
Too much power.
I don't know.
Great Scott.
Spice things up.
Let's talk about Donnie's shirt for a second. Donnie's wearing a very, very cool
Zelda.
Zelda crest shirt that has a bomb, it's got a rupee
Bow.
on there, heart.
I found out how to make Donnie crash his car.
How? How?
He has his companion cube dice.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
If you pull them so they're off center, he freaks out and starts swerving.
Let's talk about how you hit a raccoon.
No, I don't want to talk about that.
Donnie,
I
please
haven't
explain
hit a
the story. No, come on, it's a hilarious story. You
It
have
was,
to.
we were driving.
If you want to explain the story of how to make Donnie laugh for 45 minutes.
45 minutes from when we hit the raccoon into home.
Yeah.
We're driving,
Make it
and
sound-
I don't even,
'cause he's
like,
so
I don't
quiet.
remember what we were talking about.
We were driving, and we
was
weren't
like-
talking about anything because I hate him. And were just driving down the road, and there was a raccoon going for a walk down the side of the road, and I was like, oh. No, then Donnie was like, oh, what's that on the side of the road? So, I was like, oh, it's a raccoon. So we're coming up to it, so what are you doing with the mic? And I started to move to the other side of the road because I was like, oh, I'll get out of the, just in case I'm too close. I'll get over to the other side of the road. And I got close to him, and he looked at me, and then he ran straight in front of my car.
He's just like, want to live.
And I heard him hit my car
twice.
2 times.
It was like
back.
It was like immediate, and then the boop, boop.
And the entire ride home, while listening to Donnie laugh about this, all I could think about was seeing like the claws come up the front of the car, and it'd be like,
or either that, or there's just blood and raccoon for all.
Oh yeah. And then we pulled into Aurelia, and there was like fire trucks and police officers all at the end of whatever that road is.
Yeah. Where when you come off the highway, where the
sort of where
lights are.
Sam's house is.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll take this road instead. I was like, I don't want to drive fast because I don't know what the front of my car looks like.
It just looked like he ran over someone. Some hairy.
Brian was complaining about a speed bump on the highway.
It's not my fault. He ran in front of me.
You could have stopped.
I couldn't. What am I supposed to do? Stop forever? He was taking
forever. He was gonna sit out and get a picnic table, basket, flop it down, be like,
that raccoon wanted to die.
Look, this is a great place for me to sit and eat dinner with my children.
He saw the lights. Yeah. His kids were running. He was like, "I'm getting out of here." And he went for a walk, and then he saw his opportunity.
And he's like, I don't care how well of a person or how good of a person this is.
That raccoon went on the walk. He knew. He
knew
he wanted to get hit by a car.
And then all the babies were outside Ben's house playing with his cats.
One scared the crap out of
They're
me.
like, I'll keep you company.
They were literally at his window.
Yeah. There's a little one. I walked to my car, and he was on the tree, and he was like, ah! And I was like, whoa!
Jumps at your
Yeah, he was like, he was like right at like chest level, and I like shone my light on him. He was like, ah! And his eyes were glowing, and I was like, oh! And I jumped in my car.
Like an Ewok on the side of the
That's
tree.
what he was. Started throwing rocks at me, setting traps. I go to my car, a big piece of log, smashes me into my car. Stupid raccoon. It's a Jawa.
The important part of the story is that I didn't kill the raccoon. He killed himself on my car.
Committed suicide.
Did Brian ever tell you the time he almost hit the porcupines?
Yeah, I think so. Look at his face. He's got another story.
That wasn't my fault.
How many
either.
animals are you killing?
They were going. You killed one too.
A raccoon.
I've killed a raccoon.
It was disgusting.
He's killed a raccoon too.
It was disgusting. I have my windows down.
Yeah, you on your high horse over here.
I have not killed a raccoon yet.
On driving
Yeah, but
home,
you killed a frog and then backed up and ran it over.
I cut a frog in half with a lawnmower and had to go around the lawn every time and stare at his legs on the ground.
You look so excited about this.
It was terrible.
Were they still like twitching?
Ew, no.
Imagine I'm just like trying to hop away.
That'd be nuts.
Find
Find his top half and like pull it on him and try to hold it.
Yeah, like technology we can rebuild.
Can frog him.
Get staples.
Just I'm gonna say tape.
Camo duct tape. Zebra stripe tape.
Yeah, give him a little shell like a turtle. But yeah, I was driving down. I was driving with my windows down. I was doing like 100 on the back road, and then all of a sudden it was just like waddle, waddle, waddle. A raccoon comes out. It was like this most disgusting, wet, like thick sound ever. Just like this really gross sound, like a bag of oil hit my car, and just like. Ugh, I had like the shivers all the way.
Instead, it was a bag of raccoon.
Yeah, the shivers too. At least you didn't have to listen to them laugh at the whole entire ride home.
No, but I did the same thing.
That was the funniest thing that ever happened in Donnie's life, I think.
I don't know why I thought it was so funny.
Your voice was so...
And he kept saying, like, as he's laughing, he kept saying, "Wait, I shouldn't be laughing at this. This is terrible." A perfect sign that you're a bad person.
I did the same thing. I thought there was like blood all over my car. He wrecked my bumper, but there's no blood.
That's good.
Yeah, no blood.
It didn't. It sounded like a solid thing.
Yeah, it sounded like
no. This was like wet. This was disgusting.
All bone.
I was going fast enough that he like splattered into like. It was
Apparently,
I slowed down
disgusting.
too. That was.
I didn't. I had no time. It's like, oh.
And when he started to beeline it in front of my car,
You're like-
I hit the brake. So,
Boom, boom.
and then Donnie's like, "Stop! We have to go back."
We have to
lost.
go back.
We have to check his wallet.
We have to go back.
Get his
I got
ID.
Jack
Get
Shepard
his
in my
loot.
passenger seat, laughing at the top of his lungs, saying how we have to go back.
We have to go back.
I said we had to go back. We had to make sure he's alive. Or
If
if
he's
he's
not
are you gonna
alive,
do? Give him
you ran
CPR?
over-
What if he's alive? What's the best case scenario there? He's alive, then he's gonna kill me,
Make him a little splint for his legs.
or he's gonna hit me with his
His
little
Give him,
back.
give him a little one of those doggy wheelchairs.
Right? Yeah.
That's terrible.
What kind of life would that be?
Meals on Wheels for sure.
The worst part is he'd still have to go back to his wife and kids.
Yeah.
And
He does not want to be there.
Fake
And then
suicide.
they get a divorce. And he just has the worst life for the rest of his life because you didn't finish him off, Brian.
Well, apparently,
His wife gets mad.
I,
You're like, you can't even commit suicide
You're
properly.
too
You're too weak.
If you're gonna do
I'm
it, why
leaving
didn't you
you
do
for
it?
Jake. He's the alpha male raccoon.
well, yeah,
That guy's
apparently,
dead. He did
that
not
was-
survive that.
That was the one Ben killed.
He might have survived the first hit, but the second, the second hit,
double
he
tap.
did not survive.
No, apparently, raccoons, like, if they find a dead one, they'll, like, pull it off the road.
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah.
Eat it?
No, just, like,
No,
they clean it off the road.
They pulled him off
Really?
the road. Yeah.
And then they bury them?
Which I think that'd
No,
be
no.
scary.
Bury your dead.
To
Just
see
like two
if-
of them
If
cream.
we had to hit it and stop and went back out, and there's like
And
four
another
of them pulling it off the road.
Before we hit it, we hit it, and there's just like a line of them, and then another one comes out and trying to drag them off the thing.
There's just like a whole like a line of dead raccoons.
The last one's like,
Next one comes out.
God!
Dead.
like passing it along.
It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Somebody's gotta let us get these raccoons off. We get paid for a job.
It's raccoon employment.
cleanup crew.
It's like, screw it, I'm going on
Get another one.
disability.
Fred's trying to commit suicide.
He didn't. Well, it was like deer in the headlights syndrome. He just followed Brian's
Syndrome?
lights.
Oh, pretty. Ooh.
Either that, or he thought
Good
he
night.
could fight the car.
I'm not scared.
Like
Bring it
chicken
on.
and watch.
You want to go? Come at me, bro.
Porcupines were just crossing the road. That's not that exciting story.
He almost hit them.
No.
Well, didn't they
I
give
was
you
nowhere
an
near
evil
them.
look?
They were walking, and then, well, the one came up and told me that he was crossing the street with his lady. So I needed to be more respectful.
walking here.
What's more exciting about that story is when we got back to Aurelian, someone had set pylons up at all the stoplights.
No, it was the stoplight right at the top of Westmount,
Coldwell
where you go to
Westmount.
Westmount Cold, where you go down the Country Produce, and you
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
this.
Someone had
Yeah.
set
There
up
was
pylons
pylons
in all the turning lanes.
And all the in
So you're like, I can't do anything.
it was like a giant square of pylons. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, we first pulled
What
up,
do I do?
and we saw the pylons. I thought they were all animals sitting there. I was like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
happening? And then we pulled up, and it was like,
animals along the
Orange animals, eh?
it was just,
Well,
I
he's an
couldn't see
idiot,
them. They were
so-
just little things.
They were just little things.
The orange things.
They were
Little
all sitting
foxes.
in like a perfect like
so
square at the
square.
top of each
Yeah.
of the turning lanes.
They were just
No, I'm
like-
making fun of you, idiot!
It was so weird.
Yeah.
It was just weird, you know.
weird, you know?
It's kind of weird.
Hey, I'm surprised we haven't had any animal issues when we've gone camping.
Any animal issues?
Well, there's those owls that one time. They freaking woke up at like
That's
5 in the morning.
nothing.
And titmice.
Like, oh yeah,
Titmice?
we did finally get to see
No,
titmice
tit-
last year.
Titmice.
Yes.
And they were like running on your tent and bumping you. Like,
Okay.
the fuck?
I didn't think I
Titmice.
saw
Tit,
it.
like titties.
Yeah, like titties.
Yeah.
Titmice.
Whoa,
Titmice.
whoa. This is a
PG-13.
Yeah.
Is it? You're the first one.
Swearing a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were looking at porn the whole
Plausible
time.
deniability.
I wasn't looking.
Animated?
Stop!
We have manga.
I didn't understand what it meant.
You thought it was
Hentai.
anime, but it was animated GIF porn.
He said, look, he
Hentai.
said, don't click on one of the
No,
animated
it wasn't.
ones.
It was animated,
animated,
and he
like
thought it meant
GIFs.
anime.
Oh.
He said animated. I thought it was animated.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah.
But it was
We're
like
already talking the whole podcast. This is good.
it was like when I went camping with Adams, and we were like
And they were looking at all of the animated
No.
gifs.
back to the animal thing.
Together.
We were literally like,
Come snuggle.
I don't want to be on the cuddly side of the podcast anymore.
they were literally like, we were sitting there by the fire, and it was literally like probably like 4 feet behind us. We had
Literally,
a bag
probably.
of garbage.
Garbage.
And I look behind me and I'm like, what's that sound? And there's 4 raccoons just sitting there on the garbage going through it.
Well, me and Brian saw a raccoon last night.
And
Yeah, we did.
You got
Georgia
tied up,
College.
like tied up in a tree, hang it up.
We didn't.
Donnie got tied up in a tree and hung up by the raccoons.
Sly Cooper.
He turned around and they were all like baseball bats in their hands. They were like,
Tell us what you know about the death of Fred.
It's like, I knew you were laughing. We heard you. Your laughs will echo through our family for
who
eternity.
was driving the car?
Tell us who it was, and you'll get off
Start
with just a few
beating you.
bruises. That just reminds me of, do you watch, like, the Dick Figures? Do you see the one where they go camping? And they tie up Sasquatch, and he's like, "I'm so sorry," and starts hitting him in the face with a baseball bat. So funny. Just like he comes out, it's so funny because he comes out of the bush and he's like, "Rah!" and says something, and the two of them, Red and Blue,
Yeah.
Blue's like Sasquatch or something, or like Bigfoot, and Red's just like Donkey Kong. But then when they finally catch him, because like earlier on in the little like clip there. They were showing Blue tied up, and Red was there, like, when they first went to camp as they were kids.
Yeah.
And Red, like, kicks a football and hits Blue in the face when he's tied with the trees, and the other kids are, like, smacking him with sticks and stuff or whatever. And then once they get Sasquatch, they have him tied up to the tree at the end, and the kids are, like, smacking him with a stick, and then Blue's like, "I'm so sorry." Starts whacking him on the head with a baseball bat and stuff. They tie him up to the tree. And they spend their whole time camping. Like, Blue would do all the things like fishing, and he would do like bird watching, like binoculars and fishing rod, those sort of things. And anytime Red would do the same activities, he would do everything with dynamite.
Dynamite, yeah.
So he'd be like fishing, kid would throw the dynamite, and then it was like bird watching, throw the dynamite, and then it was like starting a fire, throws the dynamite, if it's like right in front of him in the fire pit, and then you just see it like go off. They like show the forest, and he's like, "Woo!" He just like yells really loud. It was awesome. I just love the Sasquatch part.
I'm
It's so great.
excited for a camping trip.
Are you?
It's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get it off.
That's gonna
Yeah.
come.
Yeah. Cool mat.
Fires.
Be too many
Yeah.
mats. I'll have to fight for
I have
supremacy.
to kill the Gears
Yeah.
of War fish in the lake.
Donnie's gonna bring a sword.
No.
Are you
He
bringing
got-
the
That's
sword?
why I got
He
my
got teddy bear glue so he
Gorilla
can.
glue.
Oh, teddy bear.
Yeah, it's teddy
Gorilla
bear
glue?
Russell's Jimmy.
No, it has a teddy bear on it.
Oh, we should brought it in. I'll have to look at it.
Brought it in. It's not. It's in his house.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, okay, never mind. I
No,
thought you
we
went.
went to the mall earlier.
Okay.
We did, and we went to Zellers.
We went to the sellers.
They sell, like,
10 to 30%.
cheap stuff?
10 to 30% off everything.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did you
'cause
buy
this
anything
is-
at all?
Something. I almost bought shirts, but they weren't as cheap as I thought they were. So I just,
It's still Zeller's
No, the
pricing.
best part is we went to the checkout, and he's like, and she rang him through, and he's like, "Well, that's too expensive." He's like, "The sign said something different," so we walked back there.
no, she was like, if you bring me to their sign, like,
Bring you the sign?
I'll just take
Yeah.
a picture of it on your phone.
if you or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no sign.
There was
so
no
we went out
sign.
to the door, so we didn't have to go back and see her.
She's still waiting. Where did that
We wanted to get.
gentleman go?
I wanted to get.
She's like still there waiting
Yeah.
for
I
you.
wanted to
Where
get
did
20%
you go?
off Yu-Gi-Oh cards and
Diamond
start,
Sweep.
playing
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
again?
There
Like
wasn't
legit.
any-
or something cards.
Did you see what that guy had behind you?
No.
He had like boxes and boxes of something.
Oh no.
You're like,
What?
"Oh
it could
my
be
God."
anything.
He had like his. I thought they were the Yu-Gi-Oh card guy, but he like landed, and they're like these little square boxes with like keychain things on the end of them, and he had like 50 of them, and he was like bringing them. He was right behind you. I was like, and
Anyways,
he kept looking
we should
at
go.
me like
we
I
should go
knew who
back
he
and
was.
try to get Yu-Gi-Oh cards and see if we can find them.
Yeah.
They're like $10.
Well,
Or even
like a-
Pokemon
my
cards.
mom-
Or
Get a whole
Pokemon cards.
ton
I'll
of
do Pokemon cards
Yeah.
too.
she said
But
she's
they're
gonna
like
tell me
$10
when
for-
they're when it's
You
like
get like a whole.
75.
Can you get like
Yeah,
the
you get like
tins?
the tins. I remember we
starter
looked at them
set?
before, and they're
Yeah.
like $10. So $10 with 20% off. It's
Yeah,
like
they have a
$8, right?
holographic, and then they have like a whole bunch of other cards plus the actual like
Yeah.
power
Yeah,
cards.
yeah,
to
and they have, like,
actually
the
battle
big-
To
them.
play, yeah.
Why
We
don't we just go to
we should go
MVP?
back on
MVP will be expensive.
Monday or something.
I got hookups.
I got those
I
cards.
go hook up.
I
Will
got
it be open on
peeps.
Canada Day?
Whom?
No,
Zellers.
most people won't be.
No.
You never know.
Did you go today?
Yeah, I went today.
Yeah.
I want to get the.
We couldn't find them
battle
though.
tag.
The section where they were in was
Yeah.
different stuff in it,
Ubisoft them?
and then
Or Ubisoft?
there's usually have like the front, but they weren't there either.
They weren't there. They might
Huh.
be gone.
But there wasn't an empty
Someone's like,
section.
"Oh, the Yu-Gi-Ohs."
You're never gonna buy it and maybe play once and be like, eh.
Why did we waste
Yeah,
our
who
money
cares?
on this crap?
Yeah, but it's $10.
Well, we need a lot of cards to be able to play.
Yeah.
Can't you
Yeah, but
play
we're
with
gonna
a
get
starter set?
We're gonna
Yeah,
get a
but
starter
those
set.
sets suck.
Yeah, man, no set.
Who cares? How are you gonna know what sucks and what doesn't suck? We haven't played any of these things in forever.
Since we were a kid, I never even played them anyways. I only
Really?
played it on like
I used
Game
to play
Boy.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and
It's too expensive. Like you
think
buy the Game Boy
Pokemon?
game and
No, Digimon.
Rocket.
I had Digimon, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Those were the three.
No one knew
I
how to
still
play the
have the
Pokemon
Yu-Gi-Oh!
game.
I know Pokemon game. No, yeah, they're like,
No
this
one
thing has a yellow with 40 beside it.
Yeah.
My number is higher than
They
yours.
were
I
just
win.
trading.
And if you have the Charizard, you're like, you put down the red, and you're like, I could do the best attack.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter.
I
You're
have
done.
Yeah.
3
If
red
you have-
flames, so I can do
If
flamethrower,
you
which is
have a
150
holographic
damage.
Charizard.
Yeah.
And your
I
HP
already-
is only
I
20.
already beat all of you.
Oh. It's got the fetus Pokemon
It's
card.
my fetus Pokemon.
Fetus
It's
Pokemon.
my good luck
You,
charm.
his move is yawn.
Yawn.
He can't do anything but put the other guy asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also a fetus,
I'm a
so
boy.
Just wait till he evolves. You know the best part is it's fake too.
it's from McDonald's.
From McDonald's.
Do you remember that when you were a kid?
Yeah.
You check if it's got the blue dot. You're like, oh, it's fake. Don't want
I
it.
didn't even know that was a
Yeah.
thing.
I remember that being a thing because
You know what else?
people would try to be like, you can't use that card, it's fake.
Yeah. I don't want to
Fine.
trade you. It's not
I'm
worth
not
the same
trading you.
I
value.
Yeah.
never played
Yeah.
or traded, or I think I had like four. Or,
You know what's
like
funny?
5
Pokemon got banned at my
cards.
school.
Pokemon got banned at
Pogs
everyone's
at our
school.
Yeah,
Really?
Pokemon got banned. At
Game
our
Boys
school.
got banned.
People
at
were
our
getting in
school, too.
fights over the cards.
Yeah.
Or they were getting stolen and stuff like that.
It was funny.
Or you know what
Pokemon-
else? Pogs and marbles got banned at my
Marbles
school because it
didn't
was
get
a
banned at
form
ours.
of gambling.
Oh,
Because we
really?
were like gambling for
That's
marbles and
hilarious.
stuff. Or Crazy Bones. Crazy Bones are awesome.
I never-
Miss
I
Crazy
never had
Bones.
those.
Yes.
They were
Oh,
so
I still have my
sick.
thing of Crazy Ones.
I had
Crazy Bones are the
Pogs
best.
and marbles. I never had Crazy Bones.
Pogs,
I had so
Pogs
many
too, but
marbles
Pogs are the
still.
Stupidest things ever.
Pogs, I had so many cool
Pogs, I
Star
I had
Wars
so
ones.
many
Like-
Star Wars Pogs.
Yeah,
I
I
beat
had tons of
anybody
Star
for
Wars
Pog
ones
collections because my uncle worked at the factory that printed them in Toronto. So he'd just give
Wow.
me unprinted sheets and I just punch them all out and have like
That's awesome.
48,000 versions
Remember, like
of the same
the
Pog.
metal ones.
Just be
you
like,
threw.
Pogs for days, son.
Slammers, yeah, the
Slammers?
Slammers were my favorite. I
My-
had Mortal Kombat.
What
I
is
had
Slammers?
tons of
What?
the metal ones you threw.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Slammers,
I had
yeah.
tons. I
That's
had
how
like
you play
Han
'em.
Solo was green. I had like Luke Skywalker
Even
was
that.
blue.
I don't
How-
remember-
How the fuck did you play
Yeah, how
Pog?
did you play
I don't know.
You did.
You
When
stacked
you
it and
do-
threw it, didn't you?
Is you put them down like face down, like
Okay.
with the design facing down. I'm pretty sure. We'll have to look
I
this
thought
up.
you stood it up and then you throw the slammer down on it and
Yeah,
then
but
try
you-
to knock them out.
You put it. No. What you do is you put them like you do it like that, but you put them all like face down, and then
Yeah.
you just throw the slammer down on it, and then the ones that flip over,
Yeah,
those are the
but
ones
a
you
big
get.
stack up.
Yeah, you do like a stack,
Yeah,
and then
that's
you
what I
flip it
thought.
sort
I
of
remember
thing,
Crazy
so-
Bones because they had the thing you flick the Crazy Bone at.
I never-
Yeah,
and
and you have to like knock them out.
out.
It's kind of like curling almost.
I,
Like you have to knock
that's
them
what
out.
yeah,
of a
like,
certain
marbles
ring.
was kind of like.
Yeah, marbles
just-
is the
we
same
played
thing,
marbles
and you
that
get
way.
the big ones.
the huge marble. Yeah.
Yeah, you get like the ball bearing
I remember
ones, the
going-
ball
I
never
bearing
knew how to
ones.
play marbles.
I
never
remember
played
going
marbles, actually.
to-
Dude, I was so legit with marbles that I had the fanny pack carried
so
around. I was
did I.
like, let's talk. I'm like, I choose you. Like, ready to go.
So did I, and then like
Yeah.
I would go to. I remember like getting sick and going to the Ben's pharmacy and going in the pharmacy and they had the bag of marbles. And
Yeah.
like, oh, I want this. And
Yeah,
I got
and
marbles
oh
from
man,
the pharmacy.
marbles were the best.
Like,
I just remember my fondest memories of a childhood from the two big things like Pogs. Back when we had like reading buddies in public school.
Yeah.
Like when you're a bit older, you had like a younger reading buddy.
yeah,
When
you
you're
had
younger,
to-
you had an
you had a
older
mentor
one.
or whatever.
So
Mentor.
when we did reading buddies, it
Mentor.
was a mentor.
Mentor.
a mentor. That's what
So-
he said his name was.
Dementors.
That's what he said his name was.
So
Stupid 8th grader.
where was I? Oh yeah. So my reading buddy on the last day that we did the reading buddies.
When
there,
you were younger, or when
No.
you
When
were
I had a
older?
younger
Yeah.
reading buddy. So I remember he got me-
his Pogs.
I played him, I
Worst
beat him.
reading buddy ever.
Waiter.
By then it would have been Crazy Bones.
Yeah. It was still pretty big with Pogs, but what he did is what we did is the kids like got gifts for each other because we spent the whole year like buddying with
Yeah.
them. And I had like a really cool kid, like he was a really cool kid, he was in comic books and stuff. So we'd read the books, but we'd always bring comic books once he got bored, so I'd bring all my comic books and we'd read comic books with him. So for the gift that he got me a Spider-Man comic, which was Spider-Man the 2099 or 299 or whatever the heck it was. And then he got me a like holographic, like
Yeah,
legit
the Pog.
blade Spider-Man slammer, the ones that were done like the saw blades.
jealous.
And I was like, this is so
I never
sick.
saw the Saw Blade one.
Yeah, I had
That's
so
what
many
my
Saw
Mortal
Blade ones.
Kombat one was.
Oh,
it had the
I-
Mortal Kombat dragon in it. It
That
was
was
all
sweet.
red and black.
Yeah.
I had the holographic ones, but I never had
Yeah,
any.
I had
Saw Blade.
it was a holographic. It had like Spider-Man on it, like the 90s like
Yeah.
cartoon one, and then it was like red,
That'd be
and then
sweet.
the actual decal
Or
was like
blue.
holographic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the marbles memory, talking about like the going and get marbles. I remember I lost one of my favorite marbles in a game.
Yeah.
So the first thing I did is go
Try to get
whine to a teacher and tell her that they were my grandfather's marbles so that I could get them back. I was was so funny. It was great. I'm pretty sure I ended up making out with some of his marbles too, because I was like, "Those are all my marbles in there."
With his marbles?
I love you, marbles.
You're like in the back room.
Choke on a marble.
He's never gonna look at these marbles the same again.
Did I ever tell you the story about the first time I ever choked on anything? Was when I was a kid. No, listen. It was when I was a kid, and I went into my brother's room, and I saw like a hard candy in there, and I was like, "Oh, it's a hard candy. I want that." So I took it, and I started choking on it.
When
and
you
then
become
my mom
an
came
old
down,
man when
and
you're
saw, and then so I was choking, and since I was really young, like I was crying and stuff. So my mom, I'm not sure if this is the same time, but I went out and got a Lego set afterwards because I choked, or I went to McDonald's and I stole. No one knew I stole it. Also, there was a time.
Well, your parents can hear now, so
You're busted now, man.
There was also a time where I was so excited when I was a kid. I came running down the stairs to my brother's room with the newspaper. I was like, Doug, your name's in the paper. Your name's in the paper. And I showed it and said, dog.
Derpy baby.
What was the article?
I don't know, like, dog saves someone.
Dog dies.
Dog dies!
No.
Oh my god!
You died! No, that just reminded me another time when I was a kid. My brother told me this story because I was too young to remember this. But I was like in my rubber boots on the back deck, and my brother went out with Nick or something like that into the forest with fireworks, and I was just sitting there waiting for him to come back. And I heard the fireworks go off, and I started crying. And then Mom's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Dougie blew up! Dougie blew up!" I wish that was on camera. That would have been hilarious.
Dog.
Speaking of childhood memories.
And then I learned how to spell his name.
Speaking of childhood memories on tape, I remember when I was really good friends with my friend Max. We grew up together. And let me get all closer to the mic. When we were kids, he had like a video, I guess, when we were watching it. It was like a home movie from when he was a little kid. And we went through and we watched it, and, you know, he's bombing around the house, being a little kid, doing little kid things, playing with toys, this, that, and the other thing. And the one part is like, it was a cut in the video, and then went to him, and he had chocolate all over his face, and he had cookie in his hand, and you can hear his mom say to him, "You have cookie all over your face." And then he says, and I quote, "Fuck." And he's like the littlest kid, right? And it's just like his face covered in chocolate, and he just has the cookie in his hand. He's just like, "Fuck." And like a little kid voice. It's so funny. And then another one from when I was like a little baby. I was like before any of my other siblings or cousins or anything were born. There was me and my cousin Sarah, and we were sitting there, and we were the two firstborn, and it was a while before my brother was born. But we're sitting there, and my cousin's playing with this little red like sports car. So she's playing with the car, and I'm the guy. I'm supposed to be playing with the cars. So she's playing with the little sports car, and you could see me looking at her, looking at the car, because you can see me look up, look down, look up, look down, sort of thing, looking at her. And then I look over, look back at her, and I pick up a rattle and bash her in the head with it. And then I grab the car and start playing with it. So I'm just like, you can just see me scheming. I'm like, how am I going to get that car? Grab the rattle, whack her in the head. She starts crying, then I get the car. It's like, man, I was an evil baby. It's so funny going back and like watching old childhood movies of the dumm stuff you used to do when you were a kid.
When I was a kid that I had like this little car you ride around, you push your feet along with it. And then my sister got one. And it's purple and pink and shit. And then, like, she's driving around a new car. I'm like, I think I want the new car. So I, like, push her off of it and steal her car and run around on that for a while.
That's why he loves Grand Theft Auto games.
I know.
Yeah, man.
I can relate.
My sister was...
How did you get your car? That's how I got my car. No?
What? What?
Second joke that didn't land.
Don't sell anymore, Joe.
My sister was babysitting my little cousin once.
Trying to tell a story.
My sister was babysitting my little cousin once, and they were playing Monopoly, and she got one of like the chance cards or whatever, and it was like go straight to or it was go straight to the waterworks or whatever, and she picked the card and looked at it, and she like put it down and didn't do anything. My sister was like, "What did the card say?" She's like, "It says I have to go to the fucking waterworks again."
It's always like, even playing little games like from when I was a kid, my brother, I remember playing Battleship with him when we were kids, and it was his first time ever playing it. And you know, you have to do a letter and a number.
Was the easiest game to cheat
I
at.
just like peek it, right? But you have to,
Playing
you
that.
know, you have to do a letter than a number sort of thing, right? So when he went to go call, he's like, B, F. And I'm like, there's nothing there. You have to do a letter than a number. And then when we were traveling to Florida, we were playing I Spy. So you spot a color sort of thing, right? So
Yeah.
I spy with my eye something that is blue. And then you spot like a road sign or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's looking around, comes to his turn because we're playing it through the whole of us, my mom, my dad, and myself, and my brother. And it comes to my brother's turn, and he, you know, he's thinking. You can see him thinking. He's looking around. When he thinks, he sticks his tongue out, so you know he's thinking really hard. And he's looking around. Yeah, he just like we always say that one of these days when he's thinking really hard, he's gonna be doing something that he's gonna bite the end of his tongue off because he's trying to concentrate too hard. But when we were driving on like the interstate in Florida, coming back from Disneyland. And coming back from Florida from our vacation, and he's looking around and he's looking at all the windows, and there's like a lot of traffic around us. So he blurts out, I spy with my little eye a camper trailer. And we're like, that doesn't even work because we all can see what it is.
Camper trailer.
The camper trailer's right there. You could maybe pick the color and we could just guess forever. But it's like the biggest, huge, like, not even like a towed trailer. It was just one of the massive, like, bus ones. And he's like, I spy with my little eye a camper trailer. And we're like, oh my dear Lord. It's like the worst game of I Spy. And he kept doing it too. But it was just the camper trailer one that was just killer. Because it's like,
player.
we're all looking right at it. Because it's in front of us, right?
That one?
Brutal. So we all just start laughing at him. It was good though. So many different, like being a child and your memories from that stuff is so funny.
Do you have any more subjects?
Yeah, Donnie, give us a
Do
subject.
I have more?
Oh
subjects?
yeah.
I'm sure we can give more
yeah.
subjects.
We should probably go to...
No, Brian.
Are you guys coming to the movie with us, Shorty?
Sure.
Shorty?
Thanks.
What are we seeing tonight?
Oh, why,
Ted.
why,
We're
why,
gonna
why?
go see some Ted.
Some
We're
Ted.
gonna see some Ted.
What's Ted
Donnie
about?
bought Teddy Bear glue today so we could go see the movie.
He's like,
Gorilla
I'm
glue.
not even gonna be able to hear you say that.
Okay.
Well, it was funny.
It's the one with the bear. That's the bear.
Is Seth MacFarlane the bear?
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane's
So it's Brian, but a bear. Instead of a dog.
Yeah. I thought you meant me. I was like, I don't get it.
No, like Brian the dog.
Well, are we going
You're
to
like-
8 1?
Yeah.
8 o'clock show?
Well, there's
or
one
the
at
10
8.
o'clock?
There's one at 8:10.
Probably 8.
So I assume that you wanted to go to that.
Well, we should probably go then because it's quarter after and it starts at 10 after.
And it opened this weekend.
8? I guess we should go
We
soon.
can go buy our
Sick.
tickets and then bub around.
Bub around.
It's an hour and 45 minutes.
It's not that long, actually.
Actually, it starts in 15 minutes.
What?
There's no more show times after.
I was looking at the
Barry
one.
Well, that's a fail. I guess we're not going to that one. When's the next one? 9:40 something?
10:10.
We can't go to that one. We gotta be awake too early in the morning.
We go to the Barry one at 8:10 if we can make it down there.
Gas.
I don't even
Oh,
think I have enough
very-
money to go to the theater.
Well, let's see what else is playing.
Let's
We could
see.
Minecraft it up. Oh, cool! Someone made Portal guys out of Lego.
No, they're not getting okayed.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen
no,
that
never
before
mind.
too.
There's remember that
Oh, no,
Zelda
not that.
Lego?
I've seen
Cusco?
the-
Is that what it's called?
What?
They were making.
Sorry.
They were trying to make
I've
an
seen
actual
that.
set.
Yeah, there was actual sets.
A
Like,
portal?
A portal,
Yeah.
but
I don't know how that
Lego
works.
didn't want to okay it because it was too violent in nature or something like that.
Portal's awesome.
Yeah,
How was Portal violent?
the whole. I don't know.
I want to kill you kind of thing. That's
Yeah.
probably the violent
okay,
part.
well if they don't want to go, we'll go to the 10:10 one.
Kotaku. I was on Kotaku.
Kotaku had the other one. Yeah, but the Zelda one got okayed, which was kind of cool.
Is it so? Is that
But
going
is
to
it
happen?
actually happening?
They got the votes, and Lego is in works with Nintendo
That would
to
be
get the
freaking
licensing for it.
awesome.
Yeah, they already did
I would
Minecraft
totally
one.
buy a bunch
Yeah,
of Zelda
the
one.
Minecraft one's done.
Wait, they're Minecraft Lego too?
Yeah.
I
You can only buy
texted you
them
about the
How-
Minecraft Lego already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think you did.
It's not
I
anything
did.
spectacular.
I'm like, I'm
I
telling
think
you
you
right
did.
now.
Do you still play it on PC, Donnie?
A little bit.
Yeah. Have you played any of the new snapshots with like the trading system with the villagers?
No, but
It's so cool.
I already have that. I have play on the Yogg box, and they
Oh.
have
What's
that
your
as a
language?
mod.
Yeah, but the actual like
With the emeralds of the regular game.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the certificates.
the
I was watching-
certificates.
They're just
What?
making shit up right
I
now.
was watching it today, and they had
No,
the.
that's
He
actually
was
what
showing
they're
me
called.
his world though. It's really cool because it actually generates towns.
Yeah.
Really?
Like in the
Oh, yeah,
Nether,
you told
in
me
the
about
Nether,
that.
there was like a
And
town,
there's like
Yeah, there's
random
a
new.
stronghold.
and they're all like booby
No,
trapped
it was
and
like
stuff.
a stronghold. It was like a town in the Nether.
Really?
That
Really?
pigmen were
That's
living
sweet.
in.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
still
because you
haven't
have the
seen
Yogg
the
box.
Pigmen.
Mine doesn't have
What?
that. No.
I still haven't seen the Pigmen.
And, like, if you
man.
try to
There's
sleep-
so many
I
Pigmen
know,
in
but
the
every
Nether.
time I've gone to the Nether, we've gone on peaceful on my
We'll
game.
have to go on
If
with
you
the
try to sleep in the
difficulty.
I know.
beds,
And
They
then
blow up.
They blow up.
There was
What?
he was in one of the houses, and there was a button. He pressed the button, and the house just filled with lava.
That's awesome.
And you're like,
Yeah.
Booby trapped. The
But then there's
houses.
just like, and there's a map,
Ram-generated.
and it shows you.
But
like,
that gave me a great idea for my house. So
Lava button.
great idea.
booby trap.
Boobies.
It'll just basically
Boobies.
build big boobies out of sand.
I'm gonna build lava spots all over my house. So if
Booby
anybody
trap?
steps in the wrong spot,
But then your house would be
yeah, but
dead.
that won't do anything because how are you gonna open? You can't trapdoor them
Why not?
because you can't.
Redstone.
Sure you can.
Trapdoors don't work with redstone.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. He made a whole bridge
Made
out
a
of them.
trap door bridge.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dingus? What the hell?
I didn't even know redstone was that cool, so I'm gonna go
But-
try a whole bunch.
So
of
I can get
cool
to like a
stuff.
safe spot in my house.
Redstone's so
People-
difficult to use.
People come in my
Yeah.
house, they get to a safe spot
Wait
up
till
at the
they add
top,
in
and then press a
pistons,
button, and the
and
whole
you'll be able
thing's
to do
filled with
so
lava.
many cool things.
I can
with
just watch
pistons
when
in
we
the
burn.
next patch.
Are they adding that in for Xbox?
Yep.
Are they gonna
Yeah.
fix like a shared server or anything, or is it
I
can
don't
still
know
be?
what they're doing.
I don't think they can do
dedicated
that
server? Why not?
because I don't know.
Because
how
that'd be
it
so
would
much
work.
cooler. Because like we were talking about this, and it's like
Yeah, but I don't think it
The
would work like
PC
that with
version
the.
isn't saved to your computer. It's just saved on an online server.
Yeah.
But there's no.
that someone
But
hosts.
with
Yeah,
Xbox, it
it's
has to
saved
save
on the
someone's
PC
Xbox.
that
oh,
hosts
I
the
guess that
server.
makes sense. But
only
I
way
couldn't
you
like
could-
retrieve it from that.
The only way you
person's
could do it is
Xbox
if you
and-
could save it. But
On the
even
cloud or
even the
something?
cloud is saved to your.
Yeah, your
specific
If
Yeah,
you
you would
had
be able to
a
download
separate
it.
Xbox
They might add that though.
and had it always on and running.
And then we could always join in.
Oh, that's basically the
That's
PC.
But no,
retarded.
you couldn't.
Because-
You couldn't because how would you?
Why not?
You just have their Xbox running.
Literally just leave an Xbox
and then just
running
leave like
the
the
entire
game
time.
running the
Yeah.
entire time, so you can just jump in. and
Yeah,
out?
which would
Yeah.
be terrible.
Okay, who wants to get an extra Xbox?
I have one.
Burn out. In like
Burn
a
out
week
your.
and a half.
I know.
Like a weekend.
Your internet would like. If you
Your
don't have, if you don't have
inability-
unlimited, you're screwed.
Which is everybody in Canada.
Yeah, which is why a lot of people do like the Minecraft hosting. Like you can buy a rent a server
Mhm.
for like I think it's like $5 a month depending on where you go.
Bitches be licking Wii remotes.
Is it Jessica
No.
Jobot?
Do you- I found a picture on the internet on 4chan, and it was Jessica Chobot, but someone did it up as like an art thing as the character that she played
There's the
in
Wii
Mass
U,
Effect
bro.
3. So she had, and it was the same
know what
picture
the
from
Wii U
the
is.
Oh.
the
I
PS
didn't know
the, when she licked the PSP.
Yeah.
So they just did it as her character from Mass Effect, but instead of the PSP, they did it as her Omni tool, and the Omni tool had a dildo on it, so she was licking the dildo. It wasn't so funny. I was like, who has the time to make these?
Lots.
It's
There's
so
a-
ridiculous.
There's at my lunch when I went for like to
You
walk
saw
to get
interactive
food,
dildo?
and I saw an interactive dildo. It was really weird. Just
Sweet
on,
man.
That was
just on the
walking
street,
down
not the
the
weirdest
street.
thing I've seen in Toronto.
Like, that's
There's like
every
a building with like all glass windows, and they had TVs set up with the Wii U
Oh
in
really?
it. So they were doing some kind of demo
The
thing,
Wii U is
not for
seems
like
so
the public, but they were
stupid.
doing like a show thing.
Yeah, so you could stand outside and watch.
Well, no,
kinda,
no, it
you know?
wasn't.
What?
It's like a showroom. It's not a showroom. It's like a room with glass that they do like events
Showroom
in.
stuff in.
Demonstrations.
It's not like for the public. There's
Oh.
just the walls are just glass.
Oh, so the public can creep in and take pictures and
So
upload
well,
it to
I
the
took a
internet.
picture. Well, I didn't take a picture.
It's like
but
the
person
picture.
else
Have you
took a
seen
picture.
the memes of the people taking pictures of the MacBook?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the MacBook,
And then they put a
replace
cat.
and then
Yeah.
they take pictures of the cat. Like, yep, that's a cat.
That's a cool.
You were saying something else.
No, hitting the desk.
I'm gonna find you this picture, Donnie.
I can't remember what I was going to talk
I knew what the Wii U
Halo.
was.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I don't know. Wii U seems like it's gonna be so
Oh,
stupid.
the Wii U does seem
It was
stupid.
like that Reggie guy had a quote from YouTube.
Tetris.
Yeah, he was saying
He was
that
like,
What
he's
Reggie
angry at
People-
Nintendo fans for wanting more.
or not that one. I was
something
talking about
like
the
that.
one where he was talking about
Reggie guy.
if people wanted powerful consoles, that the GameCube would have been like the top selling console of its generation. But people don't want powerful consoles. People want fun consoles, which is why the Wii is the top selling console of this
It's
generation.
not.
It is.
Is
It
it?
is.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Oh yeah, I
top-selling
guess it
console.
would be because of families and kids.
Yeah, but I'm like,
But-
that's
Yeah.
so.
It's not a gaming. Like,
But
That's
yeah,
not
but that's
true
true.
at all.
It's sold the most. But if you look at how much people play it,
it's not.
like everybody you talk to that owns a Wii bought a Wii, played like a game on it, and then doesn't play the Wii like ever,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or plays like Wii Sports,
It's
so
Wii
people
Sports
come over.
or- yeah,
And even that got old.
yeah. It's just.
But they just took the picture and actually just photoshopped it. It's
That's
so funny.
fucking funny.
I was like, right click, save as, LOL.
I don't know what that is. It's a cat in like a galaxy.
Oh, Space Cats.
Space
Oh,
Cats.
space cat.
Brian's afraid of Space Cats.
You're afraid of him? Why are you afraid of him?
I don't know.
Oh, it's moving. This
just-
is animated. See,
I just
Brian?
told Don-
Animated.
Yeah, I know now.
Catch just like, meow.
Meow. Wow.
I don't want to talk about it.
I wonder how many of these Lego games they can like flush out.
A lot.
I know it's the
Imagine
same
making a
game but
like
for
Yeah,
different.
Minecraft game.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
they're now
that's
making
already-
Lord of the Rings.
I know,
Yeah,
but
Lord of the
I guess
Rings
that
is
makes
I
sense.
think
They just made Lego.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Do they already have
I don't know
it?
if they'll do
They have
sp-
Batman.
I don't know
They
if they'll
just
do Spider-Man.
they just
and
released Batman
2.
Heroes or whatever.
Just
Batman
like
Legends.
Superman.
Someone put marshmallows on a hedgehog.
I think
That's
they'll
terrible.
they'll either release a Spider-Man one by itself, or they'll release it with the Avengers because they have Avengers Lego now too.
Yeah.
Which I would play. I would buy an Avengers Lego.
I would
game.
play with the Lego Avengers.
Yeah, Lego Avengers or Avengers.
You need to
would be
go
sweet.
to Toys R Us and see all of.
I
the...
saw the Phantom today.
Did you?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
it's
$100
freaking
bucks. And I was
crazy.
like, it comes with Arbiter.
I know.
I
There's
told him
so
that we
many
could
cool
split on
things.
it, and I would get the Arbiter and the ship, and he could have the 2 grunts on the. And he has to pay for 80% of it, not pay for 20% of it.
I was almost.
He was
gonna buy
almost
it.
about to make the deal.
Do it.
No, I was gonna-
Just to see it.
They have the Mongoose Spartan with the sniper rifle, and they have an Elite.
Are you
And
talking
the
about
only
Lego
reason
still?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no Mega Block. The only reason
Yeah,
I want
well,
the
that's
Elite was because he had an energy sword.
Yeah.
But all those things are all broken apart, and they're in my closet
Oh,
in a bag.
Did you see the stupid? They made replicas, like die-cast replicas of Lego of the Mega Blocks
Yeah.
things. So like a tiny Mega Blocks tank, but it's all made of metal. And they made it look like blocks.
They made like a
I'm like,
die-cast.
why would you
it's
not just make
it's
a die-cast
die-cast-
Halo thing? And I
it's
would
a-
probably would have bought it.
It's a
but
die-cast Mega Blocks Halo.
Yeah, it's Mega
replica.
Blocks. So they like made it look
Oh,
like
it's a
Lego,
replica.
but
Yeah.
smaller.
So on the top of it, it has like the bumps.
Yes,
before you
it
put them
looks
together.
so
Why wouldn't you just
stupid.
make a regular
I
die-cast?
probably
of
would
it?
have bought like a tiny little metal scorpion. That would have been cool. But they like made it out of Mega Blocks. I'm like, why
It
would
was
you?
stupid too. It was crap.
They're like,
Wasn't
this
it,
is all we have
destroyed or something?
available.
It was
all
green.
we
And,
have to do.
I don't know,
Double
it just looked. It was so stupid. Why would you make something to look like Lego that doesn't function like Lego? That is
Mega
tiny.
Block.
It's
It's
a little
not
Mega.
Lego. Come
Mega
on.
whatever. Blocks. It's the
completely
cheap
different
ass
thing.
Lego version.
Like,
Cheap-ass Lego version.
of Lego.
Have you seen that like
Of
other?
Lego.
Have you seen that other like cheap ass stuff? That's,
What was that?
It touched his foot.
Let's
see.
What do you? I'm listening to you. I'm trying to ignore what he just did.
Have you seen them like the Transformers Lego? Have you seen that stuff?
The Mega Block one?
They're not Mega Block. They're a different company, I think. They're like
Oh.
Blocks or something. Or
Yeah, it's Mega
Yeah,
Block.
the blocks.
No,
is
no, no.
Mega
But
Blocks.
oh, it's like a sub company of it or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can
Is it like
transform.
the bigger ones that you're talking about, the transform?
Yeah.
They have
They
yeah.
have Spartans like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Mega
like
Block. They have like Transformer ones that transform into vehicles and robots. But you don't have to
And then they
rebuild
have
them.
like mini. They have
And
like
then
the Lego
mini ones,
characters,
yeah, it's
which
Mega
are the mini
Block.
characters.
Jews.
Yeah, some
See-
Power Rangers. Some
The actual like Halo
They would make the old ones.
like action figures that come with like the Warhog and the Mongoose and stuff. They're pretty neat.
Sam has some at her work.
Oh really? There's a Mongoose one that was actually kind of cheap. It was like $15 or something.
I
like that.
want. They have new Halo toys coming out for Halo 4 that look really
They have
cool.
one. There's like a stupid
And I'm
capture the flag
assuming
one.
that they're gonna have them at Fan Expo, which I'm really happy about. Because they have Halo,
Halo
4 there.
ones. Well, me and Brian.
Oh,
were-
here's something we can talk about, actually.
Speed dating.
John's gonna,
Oh!
John's gonna speed date furries at Fan Expo.
Really? Furries. Do it.
Can you
for
please
glory.
videotape it for our YouTube channel that no one
I'm
watches?
gonna be there.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
gonna let him do his thing.
It's not furries. They have
Fluffies
It's just people in animal costumes. Come on,
with
guys.
tails.
with
No.
tails and ears.
They have
We were in the store or the
the bookstore.
bookstore or whatever, and he's like, so they have a speed dating at Fan Expo, and I kind of looked at him and he's like, yeah, they're separated into categories like gaming,
like
and I was
kinks?
like, furries.
No, they have like it's set up so they have like a bunch of things every day of it,
multiple tentacle creatures.
and they have like
Oh,
they have like
I've seen enough hentai. I don't know where this is
gaming,
going.
horror, anime,
anime horror.
comics, and what's the other one that's there?
I told him that he can probably meet
Sci-fi.
a really manly looking gaming fan there.
And Halo. Well, I don't really like horror.
You do realize girls who play video games are mostly ugly.
Unless
I
you,
didn't
unless
say
you
I
forced
was
her
going
to
to
play video
play
games.
unless they're
Unless they're
let's phrase that.
pornography.
Girls that play video games that are good at them, like current gen
Yeah.
video games, are probably ugly looking
Yeah.
mostly. And or
What
My
are the
apo-
girls on G4?
lies.
My
They
apologies
don't
for
actually
being
play it?
sexist. That's usually what happens.
I'm just imagining a room full of Jessica Nigris.
Is she good at it? Isn't she World?
I don't care if
Warcraft?
she's good at it.
I don't care.
I don't
Either.
either.
Warcraft. She's
Girls-
Lollipop Chainsaw.
What?
She plays.
she?
She
Yeah,
does
she plays-
everything.
Yeah.
No, well, I know she does
Like
cosplay for like everything, but I didn't. What do you mean lollipop? Is she actually the character?
No,
in it?
she-
No,
She became the live action
Oh.
character.
Well, yeah,
The
she
actual
was a
girl that they have playing her is actually really good looking too.
yeah.
Tara Strong.
Good looking females.
But
It's
she-
like the
she's-
girl
I
who
think the
did the
Pikachu is the best still.
She's the voice
She is.
of Harley
She's sexy
Quinn
Pikachu.
and
I know, that's what I
Twilight
mean.
Sparkle
I think that's the best one. I think,
from My Little Pony.
Yep.
or the Dragonair one. That was good too.
The who?
Jessica Negri.
Yeah, her. You mean the Final Fantasy one?
No, I just said Pikachu and Dragonair. Or
no.
Dratini? Is it Dratini?
Dratini.
Yeah.
She did that really good
Pikachu.
Riku from Final
Riku.
Fantasy.
I
That
don't
was
know what
like
that
the
is,
first one
so-
that made the rounds on the internet and was like, hey, you're a babe. You got big
Um,
boobies.
No, I like the Lollipop Chainsaw one, the Pax
I haven't seen that one.
the pink one, the V cut to her vagina.
To her vagina.
Oh wait, I think I've seen that one. I think you sent me that one.
And you're like, right click, save
It was like
as.
my I showed him the Miami Dolphin video.
You know.
change desktop background.
I
You're
sent him
like,
the
I need some lotion
Miami
and some time
Dolphins
alone.
video. It's-
Bored.
We're a little far.
Which is an awesome video.
What
Miami
is?
Dolphin one.
Yes.
Oh, the
Call
Miami
Me
Dolphin
Maybe.
one is
I sent that
amazing.
around my work.
You know what's the best? You know what's the best? When
Sunday.
Donnie showed
Yeah.
me that, I was like, man, I just watched
He
Tay
said-
Day sing this, and then he comes in, he's like, someone did it, and it was like a
Someone
week
did it.
before we watched it, and then we watched it with the Tay Day version of Call Me Maybe over
Over
it. It was
Miami's.
so much funnier.
Yeah.
But it was awesome because I didn't have to look at Tay Day's face. I just had to look at the hot girls from Miami
Didn't
Dolphins.
Did you say your boss came by and watched
Yeah,
it?
Ken came by and watched it. He was like, "What do you guys want?" He just sit there and watched it with us.
Yeah, I'll just sit there and
It's
watch it.
so awesome.
So
It's pretty good. It's pretty awesome.
Hot
One
Miami
guy
Dolphins
in, like
cheerleaders.
in my like kind of cubicle area watched it like 3 times.
Watched it over and over
Yeah,
again.
pretty much.
It's like, guys, get over here now. Watch this.
It's
The
like
song was stuck in my head.
You have to
all
watch it
day.
at least twice to make sure it was real.
It was
Yeah, you're just like,
No, that didn't happen. No, wait, no, that happened.
like, I can see the strings. There's wire work in here.
It's like the
It's all computerized.
the Kate
puppetry.
Upton Cat Daddy video.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
I've
don't
seen
know
that.
what that is. Yeah.
Kate Upton.
She just like
Who's that?
humps the air. It's Kate Upton. She's a
Who?
Sports Illustrated
Hey,
swimsuit model.
I know who Kate Upton
Zoom
is.
Zoom?
Dougie. Zoom Zoom?
What did you say?
I
Sports
said she
Illustrated?
humps the air.
No.
Sports
Nothing
Illustrated
that he said
model.
sounded like Zoom Zoom.
Mazda.
Do me.
This podcast is sponsored by Mazda.
Zoom zoom.
Zoom Zoom. Zoom Bring it up
Brought
the
to
most
you by-
uncomfortable way possible.
Brought to you by the new Sky Active Drive. Hybrid crushing fuel economy.
What time are we at?
All in an SUV type vehicle.
56 minutes.
56, man. 56. Cut it.
Cut it.
I don't know. Do you have anything else to say?
Final words.
Can we film 4 minutes just so it's a full?
Yeah,
You can do
finish
whatever
it
you
up
want.
for
If you
a
have
minute.
anyone has anything to say.
I want to stop at exactly an hour.
Donnie,
Regardless
final
of what
words.
people are talking.
Regardless.
Regardless.
Godless.
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 Spay
Pure
and neuter
gold.
your animals. That's
Last
where we
words,
cut it.
Brian. Go.
I don't want to last words.
Yeah, I don't have
I want
last
to.
words.
Fuck.
Okay, screw last words
I'm not
then.
gonna have
Okay,
last
let's
words.
We still have a few minutes.
I don't care. I want to end it before the hour now. I want to end it
I
You're
want
like,
to
can't
end
do
you.
this.
56
You're
or
gonna end it
58
just like you
or
ended that raccoon's
Just stop.
life.
I'm gonna end you like I ended that right.
Boom.
Double tap this podcast.